Hello everyone, welcome to the Pequeno pod with Señor Pequeños. New year, new intro, same relaxed comedy. Please consider supporting us on Patreon as we are but poor lost circus performers and it helps pay for podcast equipment, editing hours, and also gets you some fun little goofy benefits. And if you choose not to, that's fine. That's fine. We'd appreciate a 5-star rating. We read comments and reviews in every episode, so enjoy this free one and have a horrible day. I'm gonna close the closet door because it looks kind of creepy.
A little face peeks out.
That's where I keep Riley.
Oh.
Oh. Plot twist, she is real, but she is in real trouble.
Okay, dude. Sure.
I promise. I'm like marionetting a hand to come out. Hey! How you doing? Please believe me. Look, seriously.
Look, we're kissing really hard.
I can't stretch that far. My arms. I can't put my arms over my giant boobs.
My huge muscles.
It's so hard getting this over my giant dick. What?
Oh.
Let me fill my water real quick.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
I thought it was always the joke that, like, the average sex lasted 5 seconds, but, like, I Googled it the other day out of sheer, like, curiosity.
5?
It actually is 5 minutes. Sorry, I said seconds. I meant minutes.
I was like, dude.
Oh, babe, you're so pretty. Okay, done.
What happened? You don't even put it in.
I don't need to. It's not even hard. It doesn't need to be.
Shot it on the floor.
It's like squirt cheese. You don't need it to be. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Cheese whiz?
Yeah, that's stuff. Sorry, I used its government name. That's what it's called, isn't it?
No, canned cheese. I never heard someone...
Canned cheese sounds like it's coming out of a tuna can.
Yeah, it's equally atrocious, but saying squirt cheese is like, hey, you want some squirt cheese?
Sounds like slang for pussy chews. You want some squirt cheese?
Babe, let me
That's more for like a dick, I guess. Yeah. Ugh. Gosh, dang it. Ugh.
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome to the Pequeno podcast. The woman will be on eventually. Don't worry. For you non-men listeners, she's coming.
The real boys episode.
We just had a Jackbox call to patrons. That was fun. Didn't mean to... Didn't mean to roast your social media name with everybody.
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
you want to bring that up? Tell them.
I was like, Nick, just to make conversation for the patron listeners. I was like, hey, Nick, where did your little name, Thicky Nicky, come from? And you were like, 'cause I'm fat and my name's Nick. I was like, oh, silence from the patrons. I was like, no one said anything. I was like, oh no.
Okay. All right.
Do I lean into it or?
We were both laughing. I mean, at least we found it funny.
Because the reason I was asking was because I didn't know if it was like a nickname like you gave yourself or other people gave you, but that's good.
Like back in, I don't even know if were you on the internet? I didn't know that sounds disrespectful, but were you on the internet back in like 2017?
Did you know what the fucking internet was? Let me think. I graduated high school.
Mental illness?
I graduated high school in 2015, so I got a phone 2015. So I was just barely on the internet in 2017. I had not downloaded Vine yet, so no, I didn't know what the internet was.
That dates the story.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was eager to download Vine.
The year was 1987. Reagan had just stepped down.
Okay, when did you get Instagram? Serious question.
Ooh, a personal Instagram or like my social media Instagram?
Either or. Just when did you first get any Instagram account?
I don't know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. How old am I? What does this have to do with you being fat?
No. So like, when you first get Instagram, you follow like your little close friends, and you're like, that's it. And then later you're like, there's other pages that just post memes, and then you start following those.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you followed those like back then, or you just recently like.
Dude, I didn't even follow the meme accounts on Twitter this year, so no, I didn't follow meme accounts. Unless you count my brother, who just sends me random memes at 3 a.m.
From meme accounts.
Right. He's my meme account.
Okay. Because, like, they were using the word thick all the time. And, like, the ongoing joke was, like, any fat person, you'd be like, oh, damn, he thick. And I was like, funny. So I don't have that as, like, a handle. I tried, but there's so many people that they have the same idea, so.
That's true.
I'm stuck with my handle from like 7th grade where it's I have no swag.
Yeah, true. What is it? I have no swag 97. There's I have no swag
97 because I like that girl that was older than me. 98 because that's like my actual year.
I keep forgetting I'm like older than you. It feels like I'm younger because I don't know shit.
I'm a little baby, dude.
That makes this sound really awkward. No. I love podcasting with babies. Oh, gosh. It's like Waluigi.
Yeah, makes that noise.
What does Waluigi? I don't know. Says his name or something.
There's a video that I love. Do you know what Nintendo World is? Maybe not. This is before like the theme park Nintendo World. I don't know if
there's another world.
So there's like a theme park in like Japan, I think, and it might be in like Florida or Cali now. I don't know, and it's Mario themed. But before that, there was a place in New York, if I remember correctly, and it was just all Nintendo stuff. Like just a bunch of merchandise. You could actually buy games, plushies, shirts, whatever. And they invited the voice actor for all the Mario characters there. And you could live talk to the characters while you were in the building. And so there's a girl who filmed her like interaction with Luigi. And I'm assuming the voice actor's name is like Charles something with an M.
Doesn't matter.
I want to say Marionette, and I know that's wrong, but Charles. Charles clearly had a
I
long
love
day.
Chuck Puppet.
So no. So Charles, my boy Charles. Big Daddy C.
Who the fuck is Chuck Puppet? Sorry, keep going.
So, clearly the voice actor for Luigi and Mario and all of them, he's had a rough day. He's probably been there since 8 in the morning when they open, and it's probably like 4 p.m. He hasn't had a lunch break probably. Who knows? He sounds defeated. And this eager girl, she walks up to like this little screen, and it has like a Luigi, like 3D imposed, like he's clearly like wearing like a suit, or he control like his little emotions or whatever, his emotes. And so he just sounds so tired, and he's like, Daisy's favorite color is purple and mine is green. And she's like, what? She just can't understand him. And then he's like, do you know what my favorite color is? And she's like, what? And then he's like, and my favorite color is green. Yippee. Like, he just sounds so dead. It doesn't even sound like Luigi, dude. It's not meant to be a funny video. Like, she just posted, like, a New York vlog. But, like, that one little clip that, like, picked up and posted on, like, meme pages. It's so good.
I have not pooped in 3 days.
You know what my favorite color is?
Brown. What?
Oh, poop.
Ew.
Luigi, what are you talking about, dude?
Fucking what? Huh?
So every time I say the word, like, purple, I just like referencing that, because it's with bees. He said it with bees. Borbol.
Borbol.
I'm gonna find that video and send it to you.
Please. What was the video
Do you know
were...
what my favorite color is? Green? Yes,
You
it's
see
green.
that prick's face when he saw that cat? Hate that meme so much. My brother will just send me that. It's like sped up. So like, he should have prick's face when he saw the cat. He should have prick's face when he saw the cat. I'm like, what is this, buddy?
And you haven't even seen, like, The Sopranos,
No!
right? Oh, dude, it's such a good show.
I need to see it. Everyone talks about how good it is.
Dude, please, like, genuinely. It starts out like a comedy, too. That's the weird part. It got more serious at the end, but it's like
Starts out like The
good.
Office, just Italian mobsters.
Looking at the camera.
Guy gets like shot with a Gatling gun, the whole family, and he's just like...
Dude, crazy thing about The Office, I have lore with The Office. I don't hate it by any means, but when I transferred schools back from... I transferred from 4th grade to 5th grade. I went to a Catholic school. And all the kids were like really prissy, uppity kids. And there's one kid who, for whatever... I don't know why he was watching this in 5th grade, but there's one kid that just loved The Office. And I was like... Yeah, I like The Office too, and I thought I'd bond with him. So he like every like day, like it'd come out on like Thursdays or whatever. The next day he'd be like, so what'd you think about like Pam and blah blah blah? And I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah, it's awesome. Pam and Jim, crazy goals. Am I right? I was in 5th grade. I didn't know what was going on. Like half the stuff I was like, haha. Bald man, drop chili, but also the other half was like, I don't get any of these jokes.
The Mexican equivalent of eating macaroni and only macaroni for dinner.
Oh, dude, at my ex
watching The Office.
Oh, I was like, oh, that's a side. What's the main? Nope. The culture shock. The what?
You guys have...
You
mean the steak?
I was mortified.
I hear it's lovely up there this time of year. You're like, what? White people culture shock.
They were having such a good meal, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna eat at my ex's. Woo!
Yeah, it was funnier the way you told it because you were like, didn't your parents like not. Like, you were like, if you were like, can I eat at this person's house? And your mom was like, well, you're not getting dinner when you come back home. And you were like,
yeah, because she's like, you're going to have 2 dinners. And I'm like, okay.
And then you went to her house. It was just macaroni. So you went in the bathroom and called your mom. You were like, please save me dinner.
No. I hung out at like her house. I was there until like 9 p.m. And then I came home and I was like, Mom. And she's like, what? And I was like, can I have dinner, please? And she's like, you ate there. And I'm like, it was mac and cheese. Yeah, not fun.
Hey, what was the main?
There was no main. There was no main. That was Jimmy's spam. So like it was like
beans, chili. Oh no,
God. Dude, it was like it's that same thing where like you go to listen. This isn't a dig towards you or Lively.
Oh no.
I understand you guys have wacky schedules. I am a 4 p.m., 5 p.m. dinner baby, right? That's what I grew up with. That's it. It's just standard dinner time, 4 or 5.
Well, you work till 9, so you have a weird schedule, too.
Yeah, I still got my dinner in at 4 or 5. So, like...
I still leave work to eat
Dude,
dinner.
I remember going to, like, my best friend's house, and we would hang out until, like, 10 p.m. And at 10 p.m. when I'm getting picked up, they were like, you're leaving so soon? We're about to eat. And I'm like, I'm about to go to sleep, respectfully. And they're like, and then I go home and I'm like, Mom, can I get dinner? And she's like, why we were there until, because I'd be there from like 3 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Right.
And she'd be like, why didn't you eat? And I'm like, they were just serving it when I left.
Nick, when he asks for dinner at 6, go to bed, you fucking idiot. Why don't you fucking kill yourself, huh?
It's just like, dude, I don't know. It's crazy going to other people's houses and just seeing how they live. I remember, this is kind of, I don't know him anymore. I don't know where he's at, so I guess I could talk about this. I don't think this will, like, catch up to him. And even if it does, it's not bad.
He's listening to us on a boombox in some alley somewhere.
No. I don't have... No, there is a kid that went to my school, and I'm pretty sure he was a super senior, if I'm being honest. I had to be, like, a sophomore. Yeah. I'm simply stating so you can
get
he
was dumb.
Proper... All right.
Yeah, I got you. So he was fucking stupid.
I remember this guy. He was
the dumb shit guy.
Dude.
Sorry.
I remember this guy who was held back and
for being stupid.
Dude. Jesus. Like, I just remember, like, he always had his backpack on, like, one shoulder because he thought it was gay to put it on two. Those are his words. I'm not just saying that.
That's
like,
crazy.
Those are his words. He used to drop the N-word a lot.
You know how having a nice back is gay? My
Well,
spine's, like twisted to the right. I'm so straight. Well, your spine's fucking not.
Jesus, dude.
Good lord.
So, like, I remember that kid, and, like, he used to, like, drop the N-word because he was, well, I listen to rap, and we're like, all right, dude.
And he's white. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he was a white kid. So, little, like, it was just whatever. He was, like, a little edgy kid, whatever. But I remember one year, listen, I know this looks bad.
Uh-oh.
When I got a girlfriend in high school, I was like, girl should be priority, not school anymore. Ha ha ha. What about college? Don't care. Girl in my life, don't care. My priorities were just
correct. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah.
Not for that girl. So I just remember being like, Zooey mama, this is priority and nothing else. And so like I was all monkey brain on just that, and I was like, I don't need to do homework anymore. I don't need to study for tests. And I got a little rebellious or whatever, but I flunked one of my classes in high school. I flunked one of my math classes. And so I had to go to summer school. And when I went to summer school, that kid was there. And he was like, I see you in the halls. And like we knew each other. We said hi every now and then because he was friends with like other people that I knew. And don't say anything. And so like I see you smiling. Oh, you're super friends.
No, I was just thinking if you're walking in day one, he goes, hey, N. And you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, awesome. No, so I remember he came up to me and he was like, hey, do you mind helping me with like the remedial class? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Because deep down, I knew this stuff. I was just not applying myself. Wouldn't do the homework. I'd call my girlfriend on Skype. Remember Skype?
Skype, dude.
That's what we had on the school laptops. That's
we were like, you can see someone from the other side of the world in real time. That was crazy.
When Skype first came out and they show like grandparents calling their like kids from like New Zealand.
Yeah. No, that's what we did. We called my grandma from Thailand. It was like 3 pixels, like, and you're like, this is amazing.
Kind of her. I can kind of see her.
That's exactly how I remember her.
With her eyes just all in different shapes.
Not making any goddamn sense.
Grandma.
Grandma.
He asked me, he was like, can you help me with the math class? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Because I kind of knew what I was doing. I remember like they were teaching us again. And I was like, this is easy. Like I was actually, because I just felt bad that I was in a summer school class. So I wanted to get it over with. Mm-hmm. So time went on. We went through this whole summer school class. And it's like the last week before we take our final exam. He comes up to me and he was like, hey, I need your help. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, can you help me do the homework? Because I didn't do any of the online homeworks. And I was like,
oh my gosh.
Did you do like a couple at least? And he's like, none of them. I haven't even started them. I don't know how to do them. And I was like, all right. So I asked my parents, I'm like, hey, can I go to this kid's house? He lived down the street. I always saw him, by the way. I should probably mention he lived like literally like 2 minutes from my house. And I was like, can I go over there and help him with math? And they're like, yeah, that's fine. Just be back by dinner or whatever. So we went to this kid's house and we opened the door and immediately it's once again culture shock when you go to someone's house and you're used to your house.
The Confederate flag.
No, it was just an empty living room with like a laptop plugged into the corner of the room on the floor.
Oh, gosh.
No furniture. just I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, you want water? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I went to his fridge and he just...
We don't have any.
No, I went to his fridge and he had like a gallon, just like a single gallon and nothing else in the fridge. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
This is high school?
Yeah, this was high school. He lived with someone. He lived with his uncle. And I remember his uncle was like...
Who
nice,
was dead?
No, his uncle was in the other room just lifting weights. He didn't have furniture, but he had a whole like professional gym in his room.
Yeah. That's so funny.
And so he came out and
he's smoking while he's benching.
And so I remember, like, he was nice. Like, don't get me wrong. He comes out and he goes, hey, I really appreciate you helping so-and-so with their homework. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. And he's like, how about some lunch? And I was like, all right, cool. Because we only had half a day in summer school. We'd get out at like 11. So he's like,
throws a single slice of cheese into your mouth from across the room.
No. He's like, does White Castle sound good? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He's like, all right, I'll pick you guys some White Castle. And we're like, all right, cool. We keep doing math. Well, essentially, it's me doing his math homework and him just being like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care. I'll just do it for you. It's fine. He comes back and the uncle brought like... I don't know if you go to White Castle often. I don't know if you're familiar with White Castle at all. Okay.
Me neither.
They sell
we do it once a year for a work event, and it tastes like shit, so...
Oh, it doesn't, dude.
White Castle?
Coming from the boiled egg guy, shut up.
Okay.
I'd rather have some eggs. All right, dude.
I prefer an egg in between 2 slices of bread. Sue me. Gosh.
So, White Castle offers combo meals where it's like 4 little sliders and you get all the little fries and a drink. So
for $1.
It's monkey ankle meat, but it's good. So like that's how I'm like, okay, he's probably gonna get me like a combo or something. No, the uncle comes and Stop. There it is.
Hold on.
The uncle arrives at his own house, and he drops 2 big bags on the floor. And he goes, all right, go
He
eat.
drops a dumbbell on the floor. I bought another one.
I was lifting weights while driving.
Do you have a couch? No, but I've got another 30
These
pounds.
sick weights. So he comes back to the house, and he drops off 2 big bags of White Castle, and he just bought, like, I want to say it was 12 sliders each per kid.
Oh my fucking
And
gosh.
nothing else. There is no drinks. There are no, like, fries. There is not, like, an onion ring in there. It was just burgers and nothing else. And
Just
I was like,
burger.
I was mortified. He didn't even put cheese on him. He got the cheaper hamburger option, so it was just meat and bread. And I'm like, and he's like, eat up. You guys like my castle, right? And I'm like, yeah. Uh-huh. Ooh, I'm gonna get diarrhea tonight. Dude,
Literally.
crazy.
Dude, crazy diarrhea that night.
let's-
Anyway.
Almost blacked out. I was
How did we get
sweating.
on this? What is this? Oh, culture shock. Okay.
Yeah, it was just like going to his
Poor
house and just
people.
seeing like, I don't know if they were poor. I genuinely don't know. It was just crazy that like.
I'm guessing
We went, okay, hold on. So we went to his garage, and the uncle had an obsession
new
with
Cadillac.
baseball cards. No, he had an obsession with baseball cards. I don't know if he bought like a store or what, but he had boxes upon boxes of just old like.
He spent all their money, sold the furniture for baseball cards.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. He had like old Star Wars cutouts with like the Pepsi like branding on it from like the early 2000s. I don't know, dude. I genuinely don't know. Like,
I can watch TV sitting on my weight bench.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
Crazy. It was just like, I remember walking in and being like, oh, okay. All right.
jeez Louise. Yeah, I don't think I ever...
Never went to a friend's house?
I didn't have friends, so I kind of skipped that part of the house. I walked into
never
houses,
seen 'em.
didn't know those people. It was kind of
They
a
were my
shock
aunts and
when I
uncles.
was arrested. Yeah. Aunt and uncle. Welcome to the podcast episode, everybody.
Hello, welcome back.
If you leave any comments on... So, fun fact, Spotify just added comments to podcasts, like in general, like comments that we can like and reply to. You can add comments to Spotify. It's like a new thing. So maybe we were on a beta for comments, but we've been doing this for a while. But like they had a whole rollout. They had articles. We didn't have comments available for like 10 days while they were updating it. But anyway, leave comments on our Spotify episodes. We'll read them. If you leave them on Apple Podcasts, same there. Buzzsprout fan mail, the text stuff. You can do that too. And
Fan mail box. I feel like that'd be fun, like a PO box.
Yeah,
Like down the road, not like now,
right.
clearly, but
We have to pay for that.
yeah. Oh, I'm aware.
God damn it! I screenshotted a few from old episodes. It's hard for us to keep up when people put them on old episodes. We usually just do the episode before every time, but sometimes I screenshot them. This one from episode 61 says, I love it every time I hear there's a trans listener. I'm like Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the screen being like, hey, I like that one also. I'm like that one also. I just thought that was really positive and nice. I think we have like 11% non-binary listeners. I was like, that's pretty high, I feel like. So that's awesome.
Compared to Joe Rogan.
Compared to Joe Rogan, 50% trans listeners.
No.
Holy shit, Lively's on. It's 10 o'clock.
Oh!
Ah.
Oh boy.
The lady that fell.
You know, from the beginning year of the internet.
2009.
All right, first day of work. Children did not listen to me. There
Okay,
was this.
tell everybody where you work.
Oh, I work for the homeowners association in my neighborhood at the local pool.
HOA. Boo.
Woo! Their fees are paying me money.
Okay, all right.
And these kids were like, I have mine on file. And I was like, well, you have to have an adult with you because I think you're too young. And they're like, no, he's 13. They're like 12. So, like, very close. So I'm like, maybe I'll let them go if they have their paperwork and they show me ID. And then he didn't have any school
they're all
ID.
gonna hate you.
Yeah, I know. Boo, what a boo.
You're a whole generation
Right.
of wet kids gonna grow up hating you.
So I was like, no, you can't come in. And then, like, he pointed to one and was like, that one's mine, that one's mine. And then, like, he started filling stuff out, and I saw he just copied the person who filled out the thing right above him. So, like, he just walked in with that family and pretended like he was with that family. And then he also brought guests with them. So, like, I let them swim for, like, 40 minutes. Like, I shouldn't have let them do that. But, like, I didn't notice until after they were already in the pool. So then I was like, hey, I'm not gonna be mad, but my boss will be, so, like, if he's here, you know, and you guys are here, he's gonna ban you from the pool if you don't get out. And they're like, oh my god. And then they're like, bro,
Nice job, Levin.
we don't have the paperwork, we're illegal like this guy. And it's like the one Mexican kid with them. Yeah, so it's like, it's two white kids and then a Mexican kid with him. And then
That's
they're like,
Trump,
we're
by the way.
illegal like him. And, like, okay, when they first walked in,
Awesome.
they tried to get in, and I denied them the first time. They were able to sneak in the second time by pretending they were with that other family. So when they first came in, the kid who's, like, the leader of their little gang, he starts talking, like, he's like, I have a speech impediment, and then he starts just speaking gibberish on purpose, and he's just like, and I'm like,
So then you slapped him, right?
funny. And then the Mexican kid said, he actually does have a speech impediment and he does get made fun of. It's pretty sad. And then he's like, hey, fuck you! I have a lisp, but it doesn't matter, right? And then he's like, anyways,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it's not that bad, okay? It's not that bad.
Yeah, and then he's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care if I get made fun of for my
Stop.
lisp because I make fun of you for being a dirty Mexican. And then I was like,
Oh my gosh.
Don't do that, actually. And the kids were just laughing at him, and they're like, yeah, because he is. And I'm like, how about you don't do that ever? Right? Yeah. So those were the little troublemakers.
That's fucking awful. Holy
I
shit.
had-
Kids are fucking the worst. Holy shit.
There were also these, like, two, like, probably, like, middle school girls, maybe, like, between 12 and 14. They came in and they were like, what's the date? Because they were filling out their forms. And I was like, oh, it's the 18th. And they were like, I know. And I was like, oh, okay. And then they're like,
mind games. What is
yeah.
this?
And then I was like, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay.
We weren't talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
What's the
and I'm
date?
like,
The
oh.
18th.
She
Did we
thinks
ask?
she's a part of this.
And then they're like, no, like the month. And I'm like, oh, it's July. And they're like, and the other girl rolled her eyes and she's like, no, like the number month. And I was like, oh, the 7th month of the year? And they're like, oh, okay. And then they filled it out and I'm like, you guys are way too old to not fucking know that July is the 7th month of the year, bro.
January, February. Like,
I know.
Figures,
It was crazy because they had, like, their cell phones and they could just see that it said July. And they're like, no shit. What month number? And I'm like, oh, month
you guys
number.
are dumb.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh.
Why are you
month
so
number
stupid?
7?
What is the year, month, number, day, year, month, day? Like,
yeah, exactly.
shoot yourself.
Exactly. I'm like, oh.
Oh my god.
Middle
Dude,
school is
I
scary,
could
man.
not. Dude, they're so much worse now than it used to be. Holy shit.
Different breed.
I guess they're
Oh
so
my
much
gosh.
more stupid as well. I don't know. They don't know the months anymore. I think I learned that in 2nd grade. Like I had it memorized by then, right?
Back in my day.
Yeah. Did you guys ever do like the month song in kindergarten? They didn't do that?
We didn't do the month song.
We didn't even need a
we
song,
were
'cause it
smart.
was-
We didn't need a song.
Uh-oh.
Woman moment. I'm kidding.
Woman.
Oh my gosh, Nick. Jeez.
Dude, you act like that was so bad. Relax, dude.
Juliana goes back to the pool and tells the kids, make fun of that kid. Yeah, go ahead.
Lively
Yeah.
literally said women are holes. I don't want to hear it.
Yes. And I stand by that. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa. I guess the connection's running out again.
I'm kidding. I know my boss was supposed to come and supervise me closing, so like hopefully I did it all right because he just didn't show up, and I'm like, well, I got trained in it yesterday and it's my first time doing it, so if somebody breaks in, I guess we'll find out.
A million kids drowned tonight.
Yeah, as I was locking up,
They're all like,
I mean, as I was
floating.
locking up, like, I jiggled the lock to make sure the front lock was closed, and then, like, a probably, like, 8-year-old kid came up and was, like, shaking the handle trying to get in,
What?
like, immediately
was that?
after I left. It was
At night?
Yeah, it was 7:50.
What 8-year-old is out in Washington at 7:50 at night going, let me in the
A
pool?
lot
What
of
the
gas.
fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's
That's
a
wild.
lot of kids. I know. I was like,
What?
oh, is that him coming up? My boss is coming here, and it was just some kid trying to get in, and I was like, well, I
That's
guess
crazy.
that.
The
So
fuck?
it should be an easy job. A lot of kids
Yeah,
aren't gonna
good.
listen to me, but I mean,
Yeah,
they were
because
like,
you look like them.
yeah, the kids were like, help me, I'm drowning, help me. Those kids, that same group, like, there were a lot of people who used the pool today, but the only people who gave me problems were those kids who weren't even supposed to be in
Ban
there.
them, dude. Ban them.
I know.
The kids.
I'm
Who
just
the
not
fuck
gonna.
gives a shit?
I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna be more vigilant when they show up and try to sneak in with another family. So
Did
I
they
don't
give
know.
you a megaphone and a whistle or anything? Like anything
I do have a
fun?
megaphone. Yeah.
Oh
No
yeah.
whistle?
Blare it.
Okay, there are whistles, but like, I feel like they've been used
fine.
already. So I was like, I don't want to use
The
them.
community whistle?
Yeah. I mean, we
My
haven't had
great grandfather blew
lifeguards.
this thing, and
Oh.
I ain't talking about his wife. Wait, what?
His wife's penis? Yeah. They.
So it's Gucci.
Yeah, when they were hiring me, they were like, oh, you used to swim here, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, they were shown, like, an old decommissioned, like, lifeguard, seat. And I'm like,
I thought you said they showed an old decommissioned lifeguard.
yeah, they were
An
just
old
hanging.
person.
Yeah, they were hanging out in the maintenance room. And they're like, we keep them around. We keep them around for fun. Yeah, it was the lifeguard chair. And they're like, oh, we'll put that away so little kids don't play with it. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, the lifeguards used to be the coolest kids in town when I was going here. Blah,
And
blah,
now,
blah.
look.
Yeah, and they were
What's
like,
become of our society?
yeah, they were like, that was like 20 years ago. And I was like,
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah, I was like,
Honey. I
Yeah,
lack
they-
confidence.
they definitely thought I was like barely 18 because they were like, so you do have to be 18 to work here. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Yeah, like one of those kids who was in that group of the 3 who were troublemakers were like, how much do you make? How much do you make here? Can I work
Dude,
here?
why were they so obsessed with you? Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And then, well, they
Like
just
teenagers. Like,
yeah, you know how they are. It's like they were like 13.
Because I remember being like that when I was a kid. Like the friend
Yeah.
group was just like,
You need
annoying
pepper
adults.
spray.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like, oh, the evil laughter. I mean, the pool wasn't even open last year, and one of the kids was like, hey, I forgot my goggles here last year. Actually, I forgot, 2 pairs, because, like, his friends didn't have goggles, and he did. And he's like, so can you go to Lost and Found and grab, like, those 2 goggles? I'm like, we don't have that. We don't have Lost and Found. We do.
No.
Yeah, I was like, we do.
My
and
boss
they're-
actually said if anyone asks for them, I can punch them in the face.
I can kill you.
I
I can actually snap the goggles into your face and dig them into your eyes.
I put glass in the eye holes. What?
They super glue thumbtacks in them.
Oh my gosh. Woo.
Anyway,
Yeah, so how you guys
child
been?
violence. Woo.
We love it.
Oh, I miss it. I miss those days.
I know Daniel
Anyway.
wanted to make like 10 dying kid jokes in his stand-up. And I'm like,
holding
why
back.
don't we leave it to 1? Oh.
Hey, whoa, okay.
Whoa.
Fuck yourself. It was once.
That's what
Right?
it ended up being.
There was
Revised.
one. Okay, there was
Yes,
2. No, there was 2. There was 2. You're right. All right.
That was like my advice. I was like, to make it more
Golly.
punchy, you want to make it more edgy. Let's keep
Lower
it to
the
1.
amount of child
Yeah.
death on that set, please.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. This is a comedy set we're talking about where no one actually fucking died.
The thing is, I
calm
guess
it down.
you should have left more kids dying in there apparently, because I guess that crowd hated kids.
Yeah,
Based
no
off what you
shit. It was a
said.
bunch of fucking old people, like parents. They were like, "Oh, fuck them kids," and they were all like, It's like,
I
what the
love
hell's-
wine.
yeah.
They can't drink that.
Wine, please.
Why couldn't the stand-up night have happened after the Trump assassination attempt? That would have just killed with that
every
crowd.
single
Everyone-
one
no.
would have been about
Would have been
that.
so funny.
Oversaturated.
Oh my gosh,
No,
can you imagine?
it would have
Oh
been
my
funny
gosh.
like the first 2 sets, and then everybody else would have done
Right.
something similar, and then people would have been like, "Oh, okay,
Oh, brother.
I get it, I get it."
Yeah. No, but I mean, with that crowd, they would have just eaten it all up, apparently. It was crazy.
I mean,
Anyway.
I still do kind of chuckle at the forbidden romance Joe Biden and Donald
those
Trump
fanfics?
memes.
Yeah, those are hilarious. Anyway, so Spotify comments. We read one before you got here, so we're a little behind.
And I
I
ruined
screenshotted a few for some old episodes. You didn't ruin it. We wanted to hear about your job and stuff. Everyone was excited.
Oh, day 1. My 1 hour shift.
You're like, I have a job, and I'm like, yay, and you're like, it's gonna come and cut into the podcast time. I'm like, fucking quit with the job.
I know.
Leave.
Too funny.
I mean, I wanted the opening shift, but the other lady's like an older lady, and she's like, "Can
You're
I?"
literally a child. You get the evening shift.
Yeah, exactly. She's like,
Children are awake at night. My jobs don't work past 7 p.m.
"Oh my gosh, she's not that old." Oh my gosh.
Roger needs food at 6 p.m.
I mean, that would be funny. I don't know.
Mr. Judge Judy.
Probably. She seems like very much a stay-at-home mom type. She's kind of like a ditzy blonde lady, but she seems, she's
We
nice.
love ditzy blonde.
We love
We
those
love
hair.
ditzy milfs.
Yes.
Yeah. Whip them out.
Fucking
That's
screw-
right. Let those things hit the floor. That's
my
right.
gosh.
Swang them.
Guys be thangin'.
Swing low, sweet chariots. The next Spotify comment. Why can I hear Dungeons and Daddies in my head like it rolls off my mental tongue? Anyway, great podcast. The only one where Dungeons and Daddies will be a casual mention as far as I know.
Excuse
Did
me?
did we say that?
Did you guys say that? Because I did not. Did I?
I mean,
I actually
I haven't
gone
listened
out of my
to
way
it
not to say
personally.
Dungeons and Daddies.
isn't the really famous one Critical Role or something like that? The famous Dungeons and Dragons
I don't
podcast?
fucking know, dude.
I don't know, I've just
Do
seen
I
it at
look
Comic
like
What are you,
Con.
a nerd?
Uh-oh, exposed.
What do you sit at a game board and write stories for hours with friends in a connecting,
roll
bonding
dice?
environment?
Creativity?
You're having fun?
Oh, you know what?
Where's
maybe
my
it
brain
was
rot?
You know, maybe it was a Buzzsprout ad called Dungeons and Daddies, like for another podcast. That makes sense. That makes sense.
We just got a fat check-in.
I noticed that from running
$17
one
we got
ad.
paid.
Was it them?
Wow.
Was it them? Wow, thank you,
That shows-
daddies.
Thank you, daddies.
That shows how poor we are. That we're like, wow,
I paid $17. Wow.
Wow. Really,
please, for the
though?
love of God. I have people that DM me that are like, I know that, like, it's here. You could just say you don't have enough money for the Patreon. Like, I believe you, but some people trying to get out of it. I didn't even ask. Like,
They're like,
I didn't
"Please
DM
let
them and
me
be
in.
like, do it.
Let me
but like,
in."
I've had some people DM me and they're like, I would, but $5 doesn't help anybody. I'm like, it definitely does. Please,
You don't even
if
know
you
how
don't
much
think
it
it does, you do not know how much that
Please.
helps. Please, for the love of God, sign up for
That's a
$5.
meal.
Get your sticker. Get your Discord. That's our power bill for the fucking month. Are you fucking kidding? Holy shit.
For real.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
That's a
moving
quarter
on.
of my paycheck.
Literally. Next one says, binge the whole penis pod in like 2 months, and now I'm kind of sad because I got no more cockcast to listen to until the next one comes.
Oh, we're like,
we made 2 months worth of content.
damn. All right.
Perfect.
Well, I'm impressed that they listened to it all, honestly. So.
Yeah. Next one, I was going to say these Spotify comments are coming through weird now because of the new update. Next one says, from episode 71, we need an episode where you all play Dress to Impress on Roblox. Also love your Homelander era, Daniel.
Homelander. What
I
did you
had-
do that was Homelander-esque?
I don't know, but I've had 8 separate people DM me the same meme of Homelander, so I don't know if these kids know each other or if it's just, I don't know how this is getting around.
Maybe it's an episode I haven't watched yet. I don't know. I'm still on the last season. I haven't watched the most recent one.
I haven't
so.
watched a single episode of that show.
I
All know is
recommend it.
Yummers.
Me
It's
neither.
pretty funny. It's pretty fun. I accidentally posted something on my Snapchat story. Like, I never post anything on there.
Yeah, we
And so,
know.
Yeah, so multiple people commented on it because I accidentally sent it, trying to send it to like my brother, and I was like, "Look at
Watch
this
the
time."
boys on Amazon.
Yeah,
Lively,
yeah.
what the hell?
It was literally like an ad
Sponsored
like
ad.
that. Yeah, it
Watch the
actually
boys
was.
trademark on Amazon
The boys
Prime.
paid her
Seriously.
to share one story.
Yeah, it was seriously like their marketing team made something where it was like an interview with Homelander for like Time magazine or something, like Superhero of the Year, and I sent it to John because I was like, it's funny, it's like what they do in the show but in real life, and then I posted it on my story. And multiple people were like, yeah, good show. It's good. And I was like, why would I just post the article? That's so stupid.
That's so funny.
I was like, whoop.
Haha, very funny.
Congrats on your marriage, by the way. Like, multiple people I haven't talked to in years. So we're like,
Marriage?
yeah.
I thought you meant they were saying that to you, and I was like, what?
Oh.
What?
Oh, thank you.
I was like, Lively, what did we miss?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did we
big-
miss something?
big update, guys.
Did you not make me the best man at your fucking wedding?
Yes, you would be invited. All of the Patreons are all invited.
Yeah, I don't have barely any male friends, so I hope you guys know that for like when the wedding does come, it's gonna be you and you.
I'll be on the boys' side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes, Lively in a tux, let's go.
I would.
Oh, that
I'd
would be
do it.
awesome.
I'd do
That would
it.
be awesome. You'd rock a tux. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, at my cousin's wedding, like, she did that. She had guy friends who were on her side. And they,
That's fine.
I mean,
They
they didn't
wore
wear
dresses?
dresses. No, they
Damn
didn't.
it.
But actually, there were non-binary people, and they wore dresses. So
Let's go.
there
that's
you go. There you go. We all wore purple dresses, but we all got to wear our own dress, like of choice and shade of purple.
Oh, that's
So-
nice. Yeah, holy shit. The one last wedding I was at, you had to like pick up it was like a specific tux that you rented from Men's Warehouse for a day, and it was like $700 fucking
Yup.
dollars.
Yup.
I don't
Oh
get
my
that.
fucking gosh, that was so much. I was like, Chris, I'm not buying you a gift. You know that now, right? Like, that is
My
your
present
gift.
is your present.
That is your. I was like, you can either let me go in a sweatshirt and I'll buy you a $700 gift, or
You can let me
T-shirt,
tweak
fucking-
in the
the
bathroom,
t-shirt.
or
Wearing the shirt with like the
Fuck you.
printed tuxedo.
no pants. No pants.
Literally,
Just
I feel
shirt.
so bad. I paid $700 for that tux, and I spent half the night sitting in a fucking one-stall bathroom. Oh god. Most traumatic night, and
You're
Nick,
tweaking
and
over
makes
the
fun of me
suit
all
price.
the time.
I can't believe I'm spending this much money to have this on my body.
Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me
I
out.
start stripping it off. If I take it off, I pay less. She's like,
Ripping
no,
off
no, no,
your
no, no,
skin.
put it on, put it on. Oh, I'm paying for my skin.
At least this is free.
Oh.
Yeah,
Anyway.
the wedding industry is such a big scam, man. Like, if you
Oh, yeah.
are getting catering done, my friends who worked in catering recommend just saying it's like a big, like,
Right,
retirement
right.
party or birthday party. Like, don't say it's a wedding, because
Right.
then they will have an upcharge on it. So
Right.
say it's like a birthday, and then, I mean, when they're there, you already ordered what they're gonna cater.
Surprise.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
just like the servers.
Surprise.
Sit on the food.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I want my food for free, please.
They steal the rings and leave.
Oh my gosh. This should cover it, right?
The next
The
one
pawn
says,
shop,
man,
like $20.
the next one says, y'all are really just some of the best people out there, and I love you all. I'm sorry for my constant messages, and I
very
will
nice.
stop. I'm sorry. Please don't stop creating this great podcast.
What?
Oh,
Did we
you don't have
ask?
to stop. Did we say not to?
I think we were giggling because one person, I don't know if it was a guy or a
Oh,
girl.
no, we were
just
giggling
said-
because Nick had email notifications turned on, so he was getting
Oh, yeah.
like 9 emails from all the fan mail.
Yeah, they were like,
That's what
sorry,
it's
I didn't know
for.
that there was a limit on
Yeah, I
how
saw
much
that.
fan mail. Like, I was like, oh no, I'm sorry.
I just thought it was funny, that's all.
It's just
We didn't
funny.
say there was a limit. If
Well,
you're
okay,
wacky,
but hold on. But okay, don't send us 26. I swear to God, I will ban you.
no, do it. I give you
Pool
permission.
girl.
I give you permission. Do it.
Lively gives you permission.
Yeah,
Plug
Daniel
in
will
my
be the one
inbox.
filtering through it anyways. So.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
The next one says, I think I
Wait.
broke my pinky toe to the podcast, so thanks. Oh, I'm
they were so
sorry?
angry. that they kick something.
Oh.
Or they
I've bitten-
snap their toe in half.
The next one says, I've bitten into a glow stick. That's a very relatable experience. Oh, is that a thing that people have done?
I mean, I did it when I was a kid. I
You
totally
did too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They were
That's
like,
nothing I ever did.
You can, extend.
This is a white person thing.
Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, you can extend the longevity by putting them in the freezer, and so because it was frozen and it was hot out, it was like a hot summer night. I was like,
You're like, I gotta drink it. I'm so
Yeah.
hot.
yeah, I put it in my mouth, and then like I didn't really chew on it or anything. It was like I was wiggling it as well, and then it snapped in half in my mouth.
This could be really
like,
weird
the
out of
bit.
context.
Yeah, very weird out of context.
Yeah, and then the
It was
goo went
wiggling
everywhere.
and then it snapped.
All right, lively. It's not.
Yeah, and it just feels like burning, like chemicals. It's really bad. Doesn't taste
6
good.
pounds of pressure.
Yeah, it was nasty. I mean, they have ones that you're supposed to put in your mouth as well that are like
Yeah, I've seen
pacifier
those.
ones.
Yeah,
and
but-
those explode too. I know people who those have exploded in their mouths as well. So
Jeez Louise, that sucks.
seem very safe.
Next one from New Hampshire says, I'm not sure if you guys will get this message, but you guys make me giggle till it hurts to breathe. Spoingus.
Thank you. Is that their name or?
No, that
Like,
was another comment that came in a few days after.
Oh, sincerely Spoingus, and then they're like, no, just Spoingus.
No, just I don't know what that means, but Spoingus.
New Skibbity?
Oh, holy shit, this one's from fucking Uganda. And I know it's from
Wow.
Uganda because the
says-
area
says?
code. Yeah, because it says Uganda. Because they told me.
Wow!
That's just so far away. Not much to say.
Wow.
Listening from Africa. Love this shit. Hopes Nick bronchitis cures. That's so
Honestly,
cool.
that's
Holy
dope.
shit.
That's crazy to
We
me
have
that
listeners
people-
on a whole other continent. Can you imagine?
Thank you for
I mean,
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I want to know what they think of us. Like, give me more details. Yeah, I'm like, are we really weird? Like, what are the cultural differences? You listen to just random American podcasters? I want to know.
Look how
Mac and
stupid
cheese.
they are.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. Only with no side.
fatties.
Stupid fat American dumbasses.
I can't have cheese. Oh.
Me neither. Oh.
Lively.
Next one from
I
Florida
miss it.
says the ice has taken me from Serrana.
Ice in Florida? Like the drink?
yeah,
or
I don't-
the drug?
Or is it a quote from
Diamond?
Skyrim?
Are you?
I don't
illegal?
know. What the hell's going on?
The
what the fuck?
permafrost?
This doesn't make any sense. Kill yourself.
Ice in Florida?
kidding.
This is obviously fake.
Is this really
Don't
from
go
Uganda? Okay, all right, buddy. Send us a picture from Uganda, huh?
Oh yeah, my friend, she's Nigerian, and then she's like, did you know that Nigerians are like scammers? And I was like, I mean, there is the very infamous Nigerian prince phishing scam.
yeah.
And then she's like, what? And then I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was
She's
a
been
stereotype.
giving money to him for years.
Yeah, she's
What?
like,
That's a
my
scam?
It's
uncle.
real. He's
I swear, I thought that was my uncle. But yeah,
supposed to
basically,
share his wealth.
basically, she said that family members like will scam each other like that, like.
That's
To the
crazy.
point where it's like phishing emails to each other, and it's like, oh, we need you to like invest in this, and it's like you're our family
Hello,
member.
I have just
and-
died. Please send us money
Yeah,
for
please
funeral.
please send the money. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't know it went that deep, man. They were like, yeah, apparently even like the lawyer who was helping her dad like rent some land somewhere, they purchased some land to put property out there. He was like also scamming them, like side hustling, like
Jeez.
yeah. I was like, wow. It
Side
goes
hustling
deep.
the land? Yeah.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know, he was having some of the, like, fees or payments or something going towards something else that wasn't a part of it, so I'm like, wow.
Got it.
Crazy.
Next one says, in high school, my English teacher made us do blackout poetry from an article about some students at our rival high school who was murdered by dudes with rocks.
He was stoned?
I remember going, this is kind of
What?
fucked up, and no one else was batting an eye and feeling like Nick when you gaslight him. I don't know why our teacher thought that was a good idea.
Everyone
sorry.
write poetry about
What's
this kid that was murdered.
That's crazy. What the
Wait,
hell?
the kid was, like, stoned to death?
That's what it
By-
says.
By other kids? Or...
From an article about how some kids at our rival high school who murdered... Oh, I'm sorry. I misread the whole thing. Holy shit. Let me try this again. In high school, my English teacher made us do
world.
blackout poetry.
In a world.
In a world where you write poems about stoned children. And
Yeah,
not the
ooh,
weed
please.
kind.
Oh, never mind.
In high school, my English teacher made us do some blackout poetry from an article about some students at our rival high school who murdered ducks with rocks.
Oh!
It's even worse.
Yeah, I was like, wow. There's a big difference. There's a big difference.
I didn't feel bad the first time, but now it's just awful.
friends that are kids, but I've got friends that are ducks, and I have to say,
I love ducks. I think ducks are cool.
My brother
that's
one time,
crazy.
he was like one of the elders in his Boy
He
Scout
was a
troop.
duck?
So like, no, he was at an encampment trip, and these boys were throwing rocks at all these bunnies because there were so many. There was a big field, and the bunnies were all on the outskirts of it. So there were like tons of bunnies running by all the time, and all these kids were chucking rocks at it. And John was like, "Hey, you gotta stop throwing rocks at the bunnies." And he just kept, telling them no. And they're like, "Why? We're not doing anything. We're not hurting it. We're just making them run around. It's funny." And then one of the kids like direct shot hit a bunny and like cracked its skull and murdered the bunny. And all the boys were like, "There's a serial killer psychopath among us." And then John was like, "What did I say? What did I say about throwing rocks at the bunnies?" And then everybody's like, "Ooh, John's mad, and he's the chillest dude. You made him mad." And it's like, "Dude, you're a murdering psychopath who kills the little innocent bunny."
I can't imagine John getting mad at everything.
Cut out your audio.
I know, completely. Just,
It cut out my audio?
yeah,
That's how
completely.
loud you were.
I was telling the people at the pool today, like, my boss, he was showing me incident report for, like, fecal matter and, like, vomiting and stuff,
Oh,
right?
my
and
gosh.
I was like, because I had questions about it, because I
We
was
have a
like,
podcast about that kind of stuff.
yeah, hey, I know
Episode
about
1,
this.
Episode 2, Episode 3.
Episode
Yeah,
6,
I was like,
8,
I was like,
and also 4.
hypothetically, like, if there were, like, a floater, I would just take it out with this bucket, and then we just put the bucket in there to sanitize it. But if it's liquid, because I was like, okay, like,
Pause.
my
If
brother...
it's liquid, you gotta swim around with your mouth open.
No, we close it. Yeah, my brother one
A
time...
floater
when we-
doesn't ensue a close.
Nope.
Oh, dude.
Nope. I
Horrible.
literally fish it out.
I'm
I
never
would-
swimming at your dumbass dirty
Yeah,
pool.
You know
Lively.
what? Pretty much every public pool is like that. I'll just let you know.
I've never been to a public pool, so thank
You're a
God.
liar. You're a
Oh.
liar. You're a poopy
not
liar,
lying.
Lively.
Maybe he doesn't
Nick,
like
I'm talking
swimming.
about Lively. It's not about
Oh.
you, okay?
Oh, no,
Oh,
I'm
no,
not a
'cause-
liar. We fish it out with a bucket, we throw the poop in the toilet,
I'm
and then
kidding.
you throw the bucket back into the water and just let the chlorine cycle through for half an hour,
Oh.
and then they can get right back in. So,
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
I mean, if it's liquid, they recommend we try to, like, fish it with like, a net. But I don't know, it's kind of hard. Like, my example was, I was like, okay, I was, like, 7. My brother was, like, 5. We were like, wrestling, roughhousing in the pool, which you're not supposed to do anyways. But I was, like, suplexing him, like, over my back. Because this is when John was
John?
smaller than me.
Okay,
Yeah, he was smaller
gonna
than
say,
me then.
In my head, this
So-
image is crazy.
So it's weird to imagine. I used to be really into wrestling, like all the boys at the pool back in the day, and I was really strong. And so I grabbed my brother and just like flipped him, and I grabbed him by the tummy, and I squeezed a little too hard, and he
started
also
spraying.
yeah
He's an
sucked-
infant at the time.
Yes, he sucked in water, and then he was like and was like choking on it, and then I flipped him again while grabbing his stomach while he was sucking in water, and I was like, yeah, yeah, and then he was like, just projectile like spaghetti everywhere. We just had spaghetti at daycare, and he's like, like everywhere in the deep end. So they actually didn't close the pool; they just didn't let us in the deep end. Yeah,
To this day, there's spaghetti bits. just
exactly,
thrown in there.
exactly.
Spaghetti just shifts to the bottom,
Yes.
clogs the drains.
It totally migrated like towards us, but they still let us in there. So
Okay, you and your Italian pools. Leave the spaghetti in there. Ah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's
It was
why they tell
angel
you to
hair.
wait-
It's okay.
to
The
wait
drain
30
holes are big
minutes,
enough for
right?
that.
Because, like, you should wait 30 minutes after eating, right? So you digest it a little, because it was fully intact. So, like, he clearly didn't chew very well either. He must have been slurping it up, because there's just a pile of spaghetti over in the deep end, so...
It's terrible.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
John was mortified. He was pissed.
I don't blame him.
Nick, do you have to go?
I could chill
Oh.
for like 15 more minutes.
Okay.
Woo!
We'll quick get through the rest of these. The next one. Okay. The next one says.
Nick
I'll
is
bomb.
blessing us with his time, everyone. Say thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Chat,
Everyone say thank you, Nick. Yeah, there's a comment section now on Spotify, so fucking comment thanks.
Yeah,
or
chat,
fucking.
say thanks.
Yeah. Next one says, I'll bomb the Pentagon if Danny doesn't hang dong on OnlyFans. All right.
It's on the list.
Yeah, I'm
Now they
gonna
are
say,
too.
That came
gonna say-
before the Trump assassination, so I'm a little concerned.
Ooh, have we heard from
what was
this
the name on there? Who sent that?
from Pennsylvania?
His
Yeah.
name is Crooks.
What? Criminal?
Crazy. Next one says, hey guys, Lizard King here.
Hey,
Oh.
Hey, Lizard King.
Hey,
Right
bud.
back.
Welcome
Is that
back.
from, like,
Me and Lizard
Invincible?
King. I think you're thinking way too hard about this lately.
The lizard guy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Lizard King here. So
Lizard
yesterday,
King.
I set my noodles on fire by accident. Here's the story. My stepmom and sister were talking and I got hungry, so I was going to make a cup of ramen. That's important that it was in a cup. My friend then snapped me on Snapchat crying, saying she was in a car accident. The dude brake checked
terrible.
her. I put my noodles in the microwave so I could help her over the phone. Turns out, when I was picking out the corn pieces over the sink, I didn't add the water. The kitchen smelled terrible for 2 to 3 hours.
Oh no. Oh no, bro.
Oh,
Eat your
no,
corn,
bro.
dude. What's wrong with you?
I remember one time at like a Girl Scout meeting, the youngest sister, she put like popcorn in the microwave for 2 minutes, but she accidentally put 20 minutes, and she just left it, and we didn't notice because we were all in our Girl Scout meeting, so it was just like completely
Roasting in
charred.
there.
Yeah, yeah, the bag included, completely like blackened, like it
Dude.
was.
Delish.
Yeah.
Dude, this next one is from South Africa. It says, imagine if Shrek was voiced by Mike Tyson.
That'd be awesome.
That would be
I'd
pretty
pay good
funny.
money to
So
see that.
basically, the culture's the same no matter where we are in the world. We're all equally autistic.
All
That's
united.
good.
It's the brain rot, like chronically online. No matter where you are, if you're chronically
Yeah.
online, you will.
Next one from Alberta, Canada says pee pee poo poo. Next one from Texas. Hi, P-Pod. It's the COVID complications guy. Long story short, I didn't have a lung infection, just bronchitis and an ear infection. Love you guys.
Oh, just two
Just that.
infections. Great.
Just
oh,
2 life-threatening infections. Fun.
fantastic.
Next
Dude,
one
I
from
hope I don't
Indiana.
have COVID.
Yeah, I hope
Should
you don't
test
either.
today. Yeah.
Hey guys, I think I'm depressed and I'm cutting myself off from my friends for no reason. You guys are my new friends. You have no choice. Oh.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
but I guess
You're
we're
in
here
me
for
a
you.
second.
We're here.
Hey, so like I need y'all not to die, please, because I've been using the podcast to keep myself alive at times so I don't die. Also, I'm the person who is the unofficial podcast artist from Instagram, and once I get done with my one class this summer, I might be able to draw more. Oh.
Oh, well, I hope
Well,
you're okay.
please stay alive. So, yeah, that's the most
Okay,
important
we have to
thing.
keep going for them.
If they paid me, I would.
Oh my god.
But,
This person's life is in your hands, and you're like, give me money.
And
I'm
for $5
kidding.
measly dollars.
You know what's crazy is for like the videos people see of me, like the videos that I make, you know, they're goofy, right? They're not even funny most of the time. And people DM me asking me what to do because they're thinking of killing themselves. And then I send them this nice thing back, but I'm like, I could have just been some random person, like, I don't
Well,
know.
I
That's
guess you
crazy
have
that people
posted
trust
stuff
me
in
with
the
that.
past saying that
I guess
you
that's
know,
true.
you care and like you've struggled with things, so you know maybe people feel
Yeah.
okay with reaching out. But I guess if you were like just a meme page, it would be a little
Yeah,
maybe a
no,
little
that makes
more
sense.
weird. I feel
Oh,
like
I guess-
a meme page would also like troll them after.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's-
yeah. Skill issue. Yeah, no, not doing
Uh-huh.
that.
I've literally seen
while-
meme pages do that back in the day.
yes.
That's awful. I while we're on the topic of that though, I for some reason in my brain I think that most of our audience is people like us, but in reality it is like high schoolers, you know, college students and stuff like that. So
Babies.
just what
Actual infant
boss
children.
babies, Alec Baldwin baby.
Girl bosses. Everyone.
Babies.
But while we're on the topic of like our audience of just being like a lot younger, just spreading out. I'm not to get too serious all of a sudden, but I just saw a news article that was talking about how 988, the suicide hotline, was used like it was improved a lot this year. Like it went up like 13% in terms of people that like got done with the call feeling better about like living. So remember to call
like
that.
surveys. Okay.
Yeah, call that instead of us, just because we might not be around at the moment you feel that way, but 988 will be there. Not because
We're
we
also
don't
not
care.
professionals. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're also not
I was like,
professionals.
there may be someone more qualified to talk to. Yes.
Oh, and the other thing was social media filters they said are causing, like, I never thought about that, I guess, because I didn't grow up in high school with, like,
Body
all those
dysmorphia?
filters. Yeah, but, like, the filters that, like, make you, it's you, but, like, everything's perfect, you know? So it just makes people have that image in their head and they hate themselves. And they say cosmetic surgery is, like, so much higher now than it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, they even
and
reported
they
that
use-
like children are using like skin creams and like skin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And advertising skin creams. And
Yeah.
that's I'll just take this moment to say, like, I don't know, maybe it's just
You're
when
like,
you
I do
grow up,
not
you get this-
support the unrealistic beauty standard.
I like
wanna
attractive
say-
children the way you are. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yes. I think as you age, you do appreciate, individuality a little more. Like when you're younger, you do want to
I
fit in
love
with everybody.
individuality,
It's just like a thing, like, ingrained
I love
in us.
individuality. I'm quite
Yeah.
probably the most individual person. I do, though. Individual, like you said, it's so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not
Which,
deep,
like,
but it's...
When you're younger, it's very much like you want to fit in, but that's just like a cultural, not even a cultural thing, it's just an instinctual thing where you kind of just feel drawn to being like everybody else. But as you get older, you definitely come to accept yourself more, and people appreciate that you're you and you're different looking, because if everybody looks the same and everybody looks like a filter, really what sets you apart from them? That's boring. If the main thing about you is how you look, that shouldn't be the most cool thing about you. So anyways, get that boring shit out of here. Let's talk about poop.
Anyway, back to cum. Yeah, Nick, just let us know when you have to go. But what topic would you like to hit before you leave? There was a certain thing, but at this point, honestly, it's been memed into the ground. So I don't really know how much more there is to talk about the Trump assassination attempt. But
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna ask. Are we gonna discuss that? Like,
yeah, why not? It's hilarious.
Are we gonna
The
talk
whole
about
thing.
stickermule got in hot
Good
water?
Lord.
Okay.
Yeah. We got those emails. I've never been at the forefront of like a social media like wave of stuff, but we got. So I'm sorry for everyone that we delivered. Sorry, I'm stuttering. For everyone that's gotten stickers and shirts from us, we used to get them from Stickermule because they were
horrible
cheap.
company that we didn't know about.
We didn't know actually that the owner is like a raging Nazi.
I mean, how did people find that out? I didn't know, like,
We got
separate-
emails from them,
Daniel
Lively,
and I got an email.
because I bought shirts
I
on
mean,
5 different
oh.
accounts from them to save money. I got 5 different.
No, I
fucking
mean, I've
emails.
seen like separate like information coming out that they basically have publicly said like fat people don't deserve like their products because they don't like make certain sizes or something like that. Like they're very, yeah. See, I'm
So-
like
I don't remember that.
they just.
I didn't know about this.
That's
but
why we signed up
apparently-
for them.
Apparently, the guy on Twitter, he just constantly argues like with his community
Oh,
of like
Really?
okay.
people
Yeah, see,
reaching
I was
out.
wonding like how people found out. Like, I was like, did he just send a chain email saying,
I
"Hey,
thought that's
literally.
where it started. but
Yes.
I
if
looked
you're
it up and looked it up.
oversized XL, you can't buy from us.
Lose
Get
my
out."
fatty.
Yeah, I'm like,
okay.
oh, jeez. Because I
Wait,
mean,
so
that
you're
was
saying that came out before the emaile?
yeah.
I guess I
Oh.
didn't follow Stickermule on Twitter.
I didn't either. I didn't
No
follow
one
Sticker
fucking
Mule.
does. They're a sticker company.
No, that was the thing. I didn't know. So,
Oh, and I don't. But look up Sam. You know Sam Khan, right?
what did they do?
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, you'd know his stuff if you saw him. He gets viral stuff all the time. One of the best scripted online comedians ever. Good friend. Look up his profile when you're done, because he not only I wanted to make a video about Sticker Mule, but I wasn't quite sure how to like script it.
Tackle it.
And he already made it perfectly fine. So I was like, that's the video. So I'm not gonna do it. But then because I unsubscribed from Sticker Mule emails because we're not buying from them anymore, I missed the second email. They sent out another one.
Oh.
Doubling down on the whole thing because Sam made another video about it, and oh my gosh, it's fucking crazy, dude. Oh my gosh, it's wild.
What did they say in the next one? Now I want to know. I didn't see it.
I couldn't. So he puts a blurb of it in the end of the video, but like, here, let me look.
Hi Nick, crazy week. I gave 2,000 or 2,500 bonuses to all 79 people on our support team because they received death threats. That must stop.
my
But on the bright
gosh.
side, we paid out 195,000 in bonuses. If people expressing hate towards us want to feel good about something, they can take credit for helping our support team earn sizable bonuses. Also, we changed the deal to 50 stickers from $9 through Friday. I hope my message supporting Donald Trump encourages respect for all people. Like, what
Dude, this is the ramblings of an insane person. Holy
I mean, I
shit.
guess any publicity is good publicity.
He hopes
I don't
that becomes a
know.
learning moment for everyone. As much backlash as we received, it's good for society that people learn. Lots of people with big
Society.
hearts support Trump. Yeah. I want maximum happiness for everyone. Anthony, co-founder, Stickermule.
That's insane.
P.S. In other news, we made a commercial where everyone is naked.
Wait.
That's how they end that email.
What?
I'm not making that up. That's
By the way, we are sane. Obviously.
Who is running his company? Donald Trump? Is he running Stickermule?
Everyone that buys from here should support me. We've handed out tons of bonuses.
I'm just surprised that he randomly, whoever the owner is,
Dude,
decided
they
to
randomly
take a stance
blew up
now.
their fucking... Yeah, are they a publicly traded company? Because that's wild. I need to look at their stock. Hold on.
I mean, it's just kind of random to do it now. Like, if you're that, such a big supporter, you think they would have said stuff sooner, but it's
Yeah.
kind of random to just do
Crazy.
it now.
This was all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not a publicly traded company, which I assumed, but crazy. Anyway, yeah, that happened.
I mean, I guess I respect companies for releasing their stances on stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird for companies to
Where are
do
you
that.
going
I
with
think
this?
I think they should. What I mean is
Honestly,
I think
respect it.
no, I mean
Honestly, I respect it.
no.
Also,
I'm
a
saying
Nazi.
yeah. No, I'm saying like I mean. I think a company should just remain a company and stay out of all political things, but I guess, like, good for you for sticking to your guns. It's kind of weird, though, because you're going to lose so many potential customers, so it's just weird to me that companies do that in general.
Yeah, two things. I think it's cute when, like, small, like when the company is, like, all contained within people that you know and you have, like, that's fine, but, like no one gives a shit what McDonald's thinks. It's like McDonald's does not care about you. No matter who they come out and say they support, they do not care.
Oh, you're talking
they are
about
a soulless
boycotting?
corporation.
Oh, yeah.
No, I just mean in general when companies say that, like, stuff about anything, like one way or the other, they don't care. They're just going for that side's money. They're a soulless corporation that does not care about you. But two, I would be so curious to see what their before and after would be in terms of sales, because the problem is, yeah, a lot of people aren't
I guarantee the
gonna shop there anymore.
demographics would be different because they would some would be higher.
But
for sure.
Everyone on the right making shirts with Trump doing the fist in the air are going to Stickermule now. And the
Probably.
problem with the liberal side is when they can't all agree on anything. The left is not united on, like, almost anything. So when something like this happens, they can't all, like, go to something and actually change anything. But, like, if you align in any one of the few policies on the right, doesn't matter if you don't agree with most of them, they will all go to you. So it's like you've got all that business. So I would be curious to see.
Yeah, speaking of,
can you imagine working for them, like, just as a random individual, and then being like,
yeah.
fuck.
No, I'm okay.
You're like, do not put my
Specifically,
number.
I'm good, dude.
Yeah, do not put my number on the company contact information, please, please.
Dude, look up Sam's video. I'll send it to the chat after we're done. It's so funny because it's like the video is like an employee, like, walking in on the boss, like, at the end of the day. He's like, hey, how you doing, Jill? And it's just a guy typing madly. He's like, good. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing good. It's just like, it's funny.
I'm great. I'm currently watching the Ashley Madison scandal, like, documentary on Netflix.
What is that?
I actually didn't know very much about it. Do you know?
guys
You
don't
know about it, Nick?
You guys don't know about Ashley Madison?
I don't know what Ashley Madison is.
I didn't. I had heard about it in the past, like. This was like
on the
Yahoo
news.
days, like long. This was like 2012, maybe last time I heard something about it, and it was
To
like.
fill you in really quick, Daniel, Ashley Madison is a website to have an affair. That's literally the point of it. It's married people making an account to find other local
married people.
That's crazy.
To have an affair.
Where can I find this?
They got a data breach and like everything
Yeah.
got leaked and there's a few celebrities.
Oh, okay. I have heard about this. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
called Ashley Madison. Okay.
Ruined
Got it.
marriages across the U.S. dude.
No,
Yes.
because someone's parents were telling me about this because they were okay. No,
got
I remember now.
Oh my gosh,
Listen,
yeah.
Daniel, some things may be coming out about me and your mother.
Dude, that was exactly like how this that was how this documentary was. It was like interviewing like the wives of men who like killed themselves and like crazy stuff like that, because it was like Ashley Madison scandal like broke, and then it was like husbands were acting really sus, and then it was like I found him in the garage that night, and it's like, oh my gosh, you think that
Jeez.
that it's that big of a deal, man? And it turns
Just
out
fucking
like
divorce. What the hell?
it turns out majority of the women on that site were just bots, and they were just not talking to real women, and they were taking like real women's information to make these accounts. And so these guys would find out like where these women lived and worked from limited information that was shared on the site, and they were like, oh, she works at this strip club, and they would come and they would find these strippers and they'd be like, we've been talking for months, hey baby, like I love you.
Oh,
And then
that'd be terrifying.
they're like
Oh my
who
gosh.
are you?
$5 a lap dance. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. That's terrifying.
And they also
Wow.
they just had so much false advertising with like saying that like everything was really secure. They made like fake banners that promised all these security things that were like, look, it's a guaranteed authentic blah blah blah, and like they just made them in like Microsoft Paint, like, and then they had like a service where it was like pay an extra $25 to completely delete your account and all like credit cards linked to it, personal information linked to it. Like if you just pay that, it'll do that. And they didn't have any resources to do that. They just made people pay an extra $25 to not link their personal information, and then they kept their personal information and made millions additionally doing that.
That's wild.
And then still released all their information. So
I can't believe they're back. Like it got really
yeah.
They're back.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
year.
that's like how this it's weird, because in the documentary it basically talks about every time there was a big scandal, they had like a major rise in users and stuff. So I think like part of it might even be like this
Wow.
documentary where it's like expose type documentary, and it's
Right.
like more people are like, oh, this
I hate my wife.
yeah, exactly. I think like I think the logic is like this website is already immoral, and I'm seeing more about it, and it's just the fact that it's in the media, even though it's getting negative attention, they're like, I know exactly what I'm getting into with this, and then it's almost all men, so it's like women, their profiles will be like free, they don't have to pay, but then men have to pay like a certain amount
As
of like
they should.
as they should.
They
It's
will
like,
pay in the eyes of
They
the
will
Lord.
pay.
yeah, exactly. It's like they get credits that they have a certain amount they can pay for, and it's like you get 20 credits, which is equal to this many chats
20
you
hell
can send.
credits.
Yeah.
Uh,
This is your what is the rice purity test or whatever. This is how many points you get on it. That's what the credits go towards.
So funny.
But
I
yeah,
don't
the
keep
men
you
will
too
pay
long,
for
Nick. Do you have
that.
to go?
yeah, I'm gonna head off in a little bit, like
Okay.
a couple seconds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Cuts to
Lord.
black.
I'll see you guys.
All
He's
right.
dead.
I'm sorry.
Good
Have a
talking to you,
night.
Nick. Bye.
Bye. See you later.
And I like how all you would hate this. Nick's been gone in 1 minute, 60 seconds. He's been gone, and we're already talking about the fucking environment and how America's fucking it up. But all of these fucking companies that, first of all, they came out like 3 years ago, and they're like, we're gonna do net zero emissions by 2030, by 2040, blah blah blah, and like I already
And then
knew
they're like,
then.
wait a minute, that's not realistic.
I already knew then that was a bunch of fucking horse shit. People fucking believe
it's
that.
the
Crazy.
greenwashing. Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah.
holding. They made that rule up for themselves. There's no fucking fine.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
if there
yeah,
was,
yeah.
they put it into their budget already. Like they don't give a shit. Anyway,
Yeah, no.
I just think it's crazy.
It's just like,
that, like
Fitbit made up, not Fitbit, but you know, like fitness tracker things. They're always like 10,000 steps a day is what keeps you healthy. That's just like made up by like the fitness app tracking
Yeah.
companies and fitness devices, because like everybody's different, but you know, that's just something we've all come to accept as like public knowledge, and you know,
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh yeah, 2030 emissions, that's realistic.
Yeah.
Totally.
because everyone's gonna forget about it by then. But and I forget which company it was. It's a big company, but it was just so ironic because they put in their annual statement for the end of the fiscal year, they were like, we're having trouble making progress for our 2030 net zero emissions because we've put so much AI, the engines to run AI suck up so much of the fucking power grid that they've increased their power consumption.
It's actually gone up.
It's gone up by 90% or whatever it was, by some ridiculous fucking amount. And it's just very clear that like no one, it's not like they took that on and they were like, oh shit, we're going backwards. We didn't know that. Oh no. Like they fully accepted that, knowing that, because they make a shit ton of money off it. Like they do not care. We're
it's
so
just
fucked.
like the crypto mining type stuff where that uses like a bunch of, there's no way like an average person could get into that. It's just the big mega million companies who can pump a bunch of money into getting those resources, and they're like, yeah, everybody can get into crypto, and it's like, dude, that stuff is so saturated. You're not, you do not stand a chance, but they're gonna keep telling you do, so that you'll pump money into it, but we love it.
It's just there's so much wrong with things right now. I'm like, I've never been like, maybe we should move out of the country. Can't we? No. But like, you're like, I don't want to be here anymore. It's a little scary.
I'm trying to get dual citizenship in Italy, so like if things
crazy.
go badly, I could go there potentially.
That's a great idea.
I doubt I doubt I'll travel much, but it's mostly just so you can travel to like the EU countries a little easier, you know. So like
the company of Italy.
Yeah, the entire company. Oh, you know Europe. You know them. They do all the European stuff. They're great. And how's your health stuff doing? You getting any better?
Nope. Sorry, I just saw a headline that was, for some reason now all of a sudden I'm getting USA Today headlines again. I'm like, oh, good. So now I kind of generally know what's going on in the world. It was a headline that said Donald Trump accepts his nomination at the Republican National Convention. Wouldn't it have been hilarious if he just didn't accept it and if he was just like, yeah, I'm done.
I'm actually going to step down.
That would be the funniest fucking shit I have ever heard of.
That would be really funny. That'd be actually crazy. He was like, you know what? After that scare with my life, I think I'm gonna take this step away.
take some time with my freak tall kid, whatever the hell his name is, and malaria.
My wife, malaria in her frozen face. I love it so much.
I can't wait to fuck her face. Whoa.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I was so mad the other day because it recorded over Jeopardy. Like, it was like, like the Republican National Convention or whatever.
The worst thing, too.
It completely recorded over the episode, and it was just some guy for, like, almost the entire duration of the episode, like sucking him off, like,
of course,
just blowing Trump, and, like, I kept fast-forwarding through it, and I was like, this man has been talking for 15 minutes already. When is he gonna shut up, man? Who even wants to hear this guy talk for that long? This dude just wants to hear himself at that point. I don't get it.
So I don't know anything about Amber Rose. Do you know who she is, though?
Didn't she get with Kanye?
Yes.
She's the shaved head lady?
Yeah, yes. Pretty much clinging to relevancy at certain points
of
history.
She just bangs, like, celebrities
basically.
and stuff.
But she spoke at the Republican National Convention.
She did?
Which was getting memed all over because she was like, they don't care whether you're straight, gay, black, or white. I know these are my people. And everyone on her side, all of them started like sending her like death threats and slurs and all these things. Like even someone that just said they were on your side. That's how racist and fucking stupid these people are. Even somebody on their side, they were like, no.
They love pinky up the butt over here, guys. They love that. So that was like her big thing that she said Kanye that. Yeah.
That's so funny.
That was a whole big scandal.
But,
Kanye's like, I'm such a manly man. And then she's like, nuh-uh, he likes pinky up the booty. He's a little sissy boy. And then Kanye's like, yeah, you know what? I do. And everyone was like, oh shit, okay.
What was funny was while we were talking about Sam, it made me think that Sam made a video where he said like years and years ago, he like after Kanye, she made a reality show where it was just her like screaming at everybody, but then like as soon as the camera cut, like she was super nice to everybody and everyone was like liked her a bunch. But like when the camera was rolling, she would just be like going nuts on people.
Weird.
But he was modeling for the show, or like he was involved in the show, so he was like there watching all this go down, and he just said it was like one of the weirdest things ever. So he was just saying like her doing this is just a stunt like everything else she does to like just stay relevant for whatever reason. But like, why would you pick the RNC, my girl?
I mean,
Good
that just
Lord.
kind of seems like it's her shtick. She kind of just gets what she thinks will get the most media attention.
Awful.
So, speaking of like people being on your side, I haven't really looked very much into the shooter with the incident with Trump, but weren't they like a Republican? Was it just somebody who was like a huge?
Well, that's what the funniest. There's so much we could talk about.
Because I actually have no idea. I haven't looked into it like at all.
It doesn't. My point is, it doesn't like. If that person was registered Democrat, the conservatives would have gone fucking apeshit with that information. They would have been
yeah.
Democrats are trying to assassinate our guy, and it's all a thing. They would have like just caused.
Well, then
absolute
every
chaos.
joke would have been like, they don't know anything about guns. See if it was
right. Well,
if it was a gun-toting, red-blooded American, they would have done a headshot straight between his eyes.
So because he was a registered Republican, all these guys were like, no, it doesn't matter whether he's one or the other. Like, this is just bad either way. And it's like, oh, shut the fuck up. You would have been all over this if it was the other way around.
That's what I don't get about it. Like, is the person just, like, an extremist? Like,
No, because this is what's fascinating to me about this whole thing. He doesn't have... like, any personal accounts of him are not that he was, like, crazy. He doesn't have any, like, social media stuff. He doesn't have any written plans anywhere. He doesn't have any Googled plans. There is, like, nothing
that's why I've heard so little about him then, I guess.
Right.
Like,
he literally, like, by all accounts, he just, that day, decided to go up there and do that. But it required enough planning. Like, it's crazy how much planning it actually took, but then he was so fucking awful at it. He couldn't even fucking do it from 250 yards.
You had to outsmart, like, Secret Services enough,
well, and
right?
Secret Service, sucked ass that day for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. People that's why, like, there's a bunch of crazy, like, conspiracy theories that people were like, they wanted it to happen, and this was actually, like, a PR stunt and shit like that, you know?
Everyone always thinks everything is conspiracy theory, and they forget that, like, just people are bad at their jobs, universally. Like, it's much simpler than that. People are just stupid. You want it to be some giant thing. You want the Secret
Service to be the best security in the world, basically.
And maybe they are, but Trump wasn't, A, he wasn't the president yet, and B, they probably don't like him, so, I mean, like...
you'd think they would get people who were unbiased, right, for that job.
You would think. Well, yeah, because it was a bunch of white people that surrounded him.
Well, that's not what I mean. It doesn't matter. I just mean, like, if you're a Secret Service person, like, you should be willing to, like, lay down your line for whoever it is. Like, but...
Wouldn't that suck as a job? I think I would have had to quit, like, a long time ago.
I mean, I never would have done it in the first place. Oh my gosh. You literally, like, your main...
Can you imagine Julianna and I being Secret Service? Being broken, scoliosis, panic disorder people?
I'm
drive
too
over there, I'm like,
Yeah, hell no,
short.
no. Exactly, your main role is like human shield. Like, they're just gonna whiff over
like,
the top of my head. I'm gonna be like, Mr. President! And then it's just gonna give me like a buzz
get down,
cut, like,
you die, and it just goes straight over your head. So funny.
Perfect headshot into the president, and I'm like, ooh. I just missed. My bad.
Yeah,
but
but to answer your question, like, and again, don't come at me with this whole. We're not acting like news people. We're just talking about shit. But like, so
I don't know shit about this.
There's not like a whole lot of background on him, but he's registered Republican. But like, there's also a record that he donated $15 to some Democratic thing. So people are like, oh no, see, he was a Democrat. I'm like, look, like, I think the point is,
he just sounds like a crazy person.
Yeah, well, and also, like, anyone that's super political tweets all the time. Awful things. We've seen this. They're not quiet about it. So the fact that this dude had, like, no obvious online presence constituting one way or the other, that's wild. Like, even nowadays, like, everyone has
the social
somewhere.
Media footprint is crazy.
He wouldn't be able... no one would be saying that about me. They wouldn't be like, I wonder if he was... Like, it's pretty obvious. So
that's the thing. It's almost, like, smarter. It's in his favor for doing something like this.
And yet, with all that favor behind him... Anyway, I'll stop there.
You're like, still couldn't follow through.
No.
Boo.
Skill issue.
Well, you can include this, too. Like... It's just fucked up to me that, like, in the U.S. you have to fear for your life. Like, something like that where there's, like, a political, like, large crowd. It's like that. There's potentially, you know, it shouldn't be this way. You shouldn't have to worry about being hurt. But, like, just at my local mall, like, 2 weeks ago, this 13-year-old girl got shot from like a guy randomly shooting, and it was
there were kids.
Yeah,
there were kids that shot 4 people at the Hooters, like fucking 5 minutes from me. That's the closest we've had a shooting to downtown in a minute. But like, it's what? Like, that's crazy.
It's just
terrible. There've been 52
that,
mass shootings this month. Or something.
Like
crazy.
you just go into a public place and you have to worry about your life.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked up, man. Like, this girl, she's the cousin of like my brother's friend. So really tragic. Like, this girl was an innocent bystander, and like some 16-year-old kid got in a fight with another kid and he got punched, and then he just lashed out and started randomly shooting, trying to hit the kid who punched him.
Yeah, that's what happens all the time. It's like altercations between people that have nothing to do with like a single's individual feelings towards a whole group of people. It's literally just arguments that get out of hand because people have easy access to massive amounts of firing super fast rounds of ammunition.
Why did that 16-year-old have a gun? That's crazy.
And why did he have a gun that could shoot 30 rounds in a second? You know,
no.
But yeah, no. So that's and that's the way I feel. Not that I haven't been to any, like, certainly I haven't been to any fucking rallies. I hate all politicians, but like I've
You don't like rallies? You don't like partying?
I've been at places with more famous people, and I still worry about, like, I look around, I'm like, it would not be that hard to do something from here, and I get kind of stressed out about it. So,
pretty much
like,
anything where there's like a major crowd too, just like, you know, like what happened in Manchester with like Ariana Grande. There was like the bombing. I do think about that still, like even when I'm at like sporting events and stuff, I'm like, you know, like you don't even necessarily have to get past security.
No.
If you just run up with a bomb and you're like next to the establishment.
Yeah.
You could take out so many fucking people. I mean, nobody get any ideas. Any crazy people listening to this?
Not from here. Well, there's crazy people listening to this, but no crazy people that are going to kill anybody.
Hopefully.
Watch them play this on the news the next day. These liberals have caused more murders.
Yeah. You know, I'll say it now. I'm denouncing murder. Don't do it, guys. I don't support it.
You know, guys, murder? Don't like it, actually.
I'm not a fan. I'm really not. Y'all should not do it.
In one particular case, kidding.
No, we are not promoting murder on this podcast. I will say that up front. We are not. I repeat, he's joking.
Yep, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Somebody will literally be like, I did it because this podcast told me to.
They're wearing a Pequeno pod shirt. Not that I'd ever thought I'd defend a fucking gun company or whatever, but like, I guess he was wearing the shirt of some YouTube channel that talks about like gun safety, and they had to come out with a statement. I'm like, look, dude, no one needs a statement from you. You don't have to come out and be like, well, we didn't tell him to do it. Like, we know.
Oh my gosh.
He could have worn a McDonald's shirt, and McDonald's would have to come out with a whole fucking thing being like, well, our food doesn't like that people are getting shot. Like,
don't worry, we promise our food does not make you into a murderer.
It just kills you from being awful.
Yes. I saw that
anyway,
the Super Size Me dude died.
Oh. No, what was the thing you were talking about before? Oh, no, just guns in general. So, like, that's what's scary to me is, like, that was a dude who got a gun legally and mass shoot at an audience, and none of them care. They're okay with it. They all still want the same amount of gun laws, if not less. Like, that's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, you would think somewhere where people were likely, like, carrying that they would be safer, right? Isn't that, like, the whole... It's like
that's their whole shtick, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they can fucking defend themselves. Well, and what was the other thing? I mean, I remember we've had so many shootings for so long, but I remember years ago being like, one of these politicians' kids is going to get shot by just in a shooting, like just as statistics are so high nowadays, not even targeted, just because they're going to be there because they out of school, because it happens at fucking schools with kids. And like when that happens, like I swear they're not going to change sides. They're going to be like, this sucks, but they're trying to take away our laws. Like, and that's exactly what's happening. It's crazy.
It's just something that's so, like, quintessentially American that, you know, it's written in our Constitution that they're like, we have to. we have to support this.
And the problem is Key and Peele made a whole sketch about this that says it more perfectly than we ever could. Have you seen the sketch?
Yeah.
Where the
they're
guy
like,
travels
they're like,
back in time.
What if they make crazy weapons in the future?
What
and
if
they're like,
their weapons could fire 30 rounds in a second? They're like, whoa, that's insane.
they're like, that would never happen.
They could never comprehend what was going to happen. Back then, they were talking about fucking single-shot muskets that take 10 minutes to fucking load.
Yes.
Like, here we are. Oh my gosh, dude. It's crazy.
This is America.
No one should be having cannons. You can have your other guns. Just why do American citizens need machine guns, dude? What are you doing?
Dude, they want them. They want them. My cousin is like a
I'm in
die-hard.
the unsafest downtown in the country, and I don't need a machine gun. It's never helped me. I've never once thought this was going to help me in a situation.
My cousin's like super, super anti-guns. Like she hates it. Like she doesn't even know this, but like her father-in-law, I guess.
Should we talk
stepdad?
about this?
She's not gonna listen to this. Her stepdad is like NRA, like super into guns, and one time when she wasn't around, he had her husband come over and shoot a machine gun, like at some bottles and stuff, and he said it was really fun. And he's like, "Don't tell my wife."
Dude, seriously,
Don't
the
tell your
meme of
cousin.
men will do anything except go to therapy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was
Ugh.
like, oh my gosh, because he's like actually super anti-gun as well. So it's just crazy that he was like, you know what?
Yeah,
There
there's
was
some primal urge. People feel like they need to fulfill.
Exactly. There was a little bit of a rush. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm like,
Go play
no!
Call of Duty and shoot the Gatling gun from the helicopter. You get just
Uh-huh.
as equal of a rush. You don't need that in real life, though. We're probably coming to the end of time that we've got. It's like 11:20, so we can do
it's
podcast notes. We can keep talking about this stuff for forever. Now
Yes.
that you have a job and Nick works real late, I've got no. It's Riley's just getting all the rants about all this stuff.
Okay, you know what? Even if I'm like at work, I can probably still even be on the podcast. I will just have to be like, one moment, I have to go help somebody check in, you know, like
We should do that once as a joke. That'd be funny.
I'll do it from there, and you know what? They wouldn't care. Like the people who
No.
manage the place wouldn't care. Lovely.
we have got to. This is why we need Nick, man.
This is why we need to come back.
Nick, please. We've delved too hard.
We went too deep. It's okay.
is
We'll
why-
cut out a good
this is
chunk of
why-
that.
This is why you and I need to be president.
Oh hell no! I told you I wrote that story in 4th grade or whatever, 3rd grade, where it was like first time I found out I was like funny or whatever. My teacher was like, "This is like perfect satire," because it was like the assignment was why I would want to be president. And then I
Yeah.
that was what the paper was, and I was like, hell no. I was like, why would I want to be president? Was like what I titled it, and then
You
and
wrote,
then I
oh hell no.
yeah. I was like, why would I? And I was like, there are many more reasons why I would not want to be than why I would. I think I'd be terrible, and then made a list of why it would be terrible to, first of all, make a child president. Second of all, you know, like me in particular being a nervous Nelly, I was like, could you imagine if I was like drying my hair and like I didn't hear the nuclear like missile thing went off and they're like, you're the only one with the codes, and I'm like drying my hair or some shit. Like that's what I wrote about, and my
That's
teacher was
so
like,
funny.
LOL. Yeah, she's like,
Please,
LOL.
I need that letter.
She's like, this is when she's like, you technically like didn't follow the assignment, but you also did, so this is called satire, and this is actually really funny. And I was like,
That's
oh,
so funny. Wow.
I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, you flipped the narrative completely, and like were sarcastic about the things that you were supposed to meet in the assignment, so technically you did everything right, and you get a really good grade on it. And I was like, yeah. That's the story of how I first figured out I was funny. It's probably like 3rd grade. Was that I was like, oh, you could be funny in a creative way, and it's not just like doing stupid shit. And the teacher was like, yeah, this made me genuinely laugh, and I was like, a grown up? No way. So
then the teacher goes, for a girl, and you're like,
yeah. Exactly. That was something I commented about in my paper. Like, I was like, it would be so cool if there were a female president, but not me. It's not gonna be me.
not me, or Hillary, anyone else.
Oh god. It ain't gonna be me. I'm not that girl.
All right. So to patron notes. First note from Deluxe Toaster. Note time again. Love the podcast. Y'all are great and always funny. Was pointed out to me that Lively has the same laugh as my sister, so now I'm acutely aware of it whenever my sister laughs. The only difference is that my sister's laugh has a touch of malice in it. Don't know how else to say that, so I'm just going to say how much I love my boyfriend,
I want to hear.
Aww.
Oh,
he'll probably hear this because he's about caught up with the podcast while I'm the only halfway through. Wondova, my beloved, what can I say except I love you so dearly and that words cannot convey how much you mean to me.
that's so wholesome.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh,
Romance
in the
chat.
podcast Discord? That's amazing.
That's so cute. I really want to hear
so
their
cute.
sister's laugh now.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
too.
I want to hear. Just like how there was that one where it was like, "This is Nick's laugh." I'm like, where are our doppelgangers at? I need to hear them.
They just sent me screenshots of the Joker. This guy's got Daniel's laugh.
Wow, dude, he's just like you. That's crazy.
Note from Spooky Dis. Howdy there, podcast crew. Hope everyone is doing well.
Howdy.
Oh, we are not doing well. I was getting tilted at the towers, as the kids would say, and I was
What?
curious what games the pod liked playing. For
like it
context,
piqued
it's
your
making
interest?
fun of tilted towers from Fortnite, not certain other towers. Oh.
Oh.
What games the pod likes playing? Honestly, anymore, I don't really play that many games. Like maybe Settlers or chess or like euchre. I love euchre. I wish more people knew how to play it.
Games that I like playing.
Game of life and healthcare.
I mean, I like a lot of. Honestly, a game that I really recommend is Bug Snacks. I think Bug Snacks is underrated. Okay, yeah, it's kind of a kids game, but it's fucking fun. I need to play the DLC. So there's just this one stupid burger thing that runs around, and I reference it all the time now. Like it goes like bunger, and I say it all the time to John to this day. So. That's a game that doesn't get enough hype. I wish it were longer, actually, because then maybe people would enjoy it more. But yeah. Good talking to you. Good night. Good night, bro.
Boy.